Alright guys, so I'm bringing you my second video of the week. This is the deck profile for my OTS Championship. First place was Lyrilusc Tri-Brigade, right?
Lyrilusc Tri-Brigade, yeah.
Alright bro, so let's get to the deck profile.
Alright, so first started out with standard package, 3 Fractal, 2 Nerval. I did Kit and Karaz as most people have been doing lately. So that's basically it for the Tri-Brigade package in terms of the monsters.
Okay, cool.
And then for the Lyriluscs, I did 3 Turquoise.
Okay.
I did 3 Barrel Canary, 2 Cobalt Sparrow, 1 Wagtail, and 1 Swallow, Sapphire Swallow.
Okay. Pretty good, pretty good. Probably be better. Want to strap this in your thing?
What's that?
Want to strap this in your shirt for people to hear you better?
Sure, yeah.
You speak kind of low.
Alright. Is that better?
That's way better, yeah.
Okay. So the rest of the main deck, I do main deck the Apex Avian. Hand traps, it is 3 Ash, 1 DD Crow, 2 Nib. So that's it for the monster lineup. I believe it's 24. Then the spells, we got 3 Lyrilusc Bird Call, 3 Chalice.
How was that today, the Chalice?
I mean, it comes in pretty helpful. I think the big match that it helped me out the most in was against, I think it was the Print Kids deck, actually. Just because, I mean, it's got all the benefits of Imperm, but you can use it when you have monsters, and that's usually when your opponent will give an interruption that you want to negate. So this is kind of just like a mid-combo interruption going second. That's the benefit to that. And then when you go first, it's just another way to just have defense. I even did use it to get over something.
How's the main deck? This is tacky.
Yeah, well, I main decked 2 of them because I couldn't afford the Forbidden Droplets yet. I'm hoping to get more out of the reprints, but this actually comes out really helpful because a lot of decks nowadays establish boards. So when you're going second, this just breaks right through it, and then you just don't worry about anything. Decks like Sword Soul get completely shut down, Phantom Knights, basically anything that it's just establishes a board, it just says, forget that. And then the rest of the spells are just the one-ofs, Tanky, Foolish, and Called By. And then the traps, it's just a small package of triple Imperm and 2 Revolt.
Okay, pretty dope.
And then the extra deck, I went with 1 Ferrigite, 1 Bearbrum, 2 Shurag for the Tri-Brigade package, Ancient Warriors, Double Dragon Lord, and the big guy for the deck is Simorg.
Card is so annoying.
This is the best because you cannot target it. You can't target Wing Beast it points to, so, I mean, you could get your Shurag nice and secure, and then any other plays, really. So that's it for links. XYZ's, just 1 Robin. I play 2 of the Assembled Nightingale, 2 of the Starling, and then that's basically it for the Lyriluscs. And then we got the F0 package, and then 2 Zeus to accommodate that Assembled.
Okay, nice. And side deck? And
side deck. Just a swap out for Apex Avian is the Barrier Statue. Then we got triple Lancia, triple Drone Lock, the 3rd Dark Roller No More. Then we have for the traps, this is basically like the bulk of it, Imperial Order, 3 Judgments, and 3 Evenlies. And admittedly, the Evenlies was probably the most prominent side card throughout this entire tournament.
What did you side in against?
I sided it against basically same thing, decks that established boards, so decks like Prank Kids, I forgot all the decks I've played today. It was a Drytron and then a Despia deck. But it's just when you're going second, so that's why I put in the sideboard, because when you're going second, again, this is a format, we established boards. with this, I don't care about if it's trap or monster establishment. So if I'm facing up against Eldlick, something like that, or a Sky Striker, it doesn't care. They're not prepared for this unless they run Judgment. And I never run into Judgment, ever. So that's why this card is so safe, and it's probably the most MVP choice for my sideboard.
Nice, nice, nice. You want to tell people like a quick combo that you do turn one? Like, what's your first turn one setup like?
I mean, the turn ones are varied, so it just kind of depends on what you start with. If you start with more Lyrilusc,
Like, what would be like your best hand?
The best hand would be something like Tanky. This would be the most optimal hand if I was going first, especially. Probably something like that. And then to stop an opponent's card, just an interruption. Just ideally, just any card, really.
What do you usually end on with that hand?
Well, usually what I end on, if everything goes through, I mean, this fractal, basically, when I have these three, I will use whichever to bait out the ash. So right now, like for something like this, when I get the bird call in a turquoise, or if I get a cobalt, anything that I'll get a search off of, whether it's this, then I search the cobalt, this will be my prime play then. But otherwise, so again, for a situation like this, I would use this to bait out any ashes. Okay. So once I play these, if there's no ash, then I feel safe going with this, and then establish my board for F0. If I'm lucky, I can do Simorg with Ancient Warriors, and then also end on an Apex AVM, because then the opponent can practically not get through something like that.
Okay, that's what's up. And here's this prize right here. Any final thoughts, anything like that? About the event, anything like that?
Well, after hearing that,
I know I beat you.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Did you lose it against anybody else? How did you get in top 8?
Well,
X1 into top 8?
I just made it in the top 8. I got so lucky. My tiebreakers were in my favor, so I got 8th place. And then once I slipped in, then it's just the battle against Prank Kids was a very long one, but really well fought. But in the end, especially game 2, my Lyriluscs actually were better at just dealing burn over his Prank Kids. So in terms of burn, I think this deck actually can do it very well, because 2, it just establishes so much for that Assembled. Assembled is just such an underrated card for the deck, especially going second. So like again, Prank Kids going second, then they get their established board. I just Assembled and just poke and poke. If they have something, then I just say, okay, I'm going to use its effect. It's unaffected. And then the second round, what did I face? Oh, geez. I forgot what I faced for the second round. We just blew through the match.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Yeah, and then the last one was PK. I know that deck inside out and backwards, so primarily all I knew for that deck was make sure to stop Verte from going off, and then just round 2, just focus everything on going into Barrier Statue, because most of the deck cannot get over this. Yeah. Everything that special summons is dark, and everything in that deck, aside from like Seer, is 1,000 and under. So the chances of them beating over this is slim to none. And then underneath a Simorg, unless they play the Droplets or Dark Ruler no more, they can't stop it. And it just completely shuts their deck down. So that was just more of a blowout match for me, just because of how familiar I am with PK and what they do.
Fair enough, man. Well, thanks for the deck profile, bro.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.